Hey guys, how's it going everyone? It's Jackie Felix here, and today I just want to show you guys how you can essentially become a trillionaire in BDO without really that much effort. It really just requires time, patience, and understanding the marketplace. So essentially, what I'll be teaching you guys today is how to take advantage, so kind of manipulate the marketplace in a way, if you want to say it to make billions of silver every week for next to no effort. So before we get started, you need to understand the law of supply and demand and its relationship, right? So this is applicable to real life and in BDO. So essentially, how much supply is there of an item versus how much is the item in demand by the community, right? So this can tie into BDO events, new content releases, and like new gear upgrades and stuff like that. So let me show you a couple examples, just to let you so that you can understand what I'm trying to say. So for example, let's start with the life stone, life spirit stone. All right. So look here, life spirit stone. So essentially, if you look at the 3 month curve here. You can see at this point here, a couple of months ago, there was like thousands, tens of thousands of lifestones sitting at min price, and essentially that was because a lot of people were grinding polys, areas like polys during the seasonal events to level up their characters and get skill points for the new characters. But then they also Pearl Abyss released that there wasn't going to be seasonal during the first half of this year, essentially. So what happened is a group of people came together, and they bought out all the life spirit stones at min price, and started pushing this up, right? The price of this life spirit stone. And essentially, what happened is because there's not that many people grinding polys anymore, the supply is a lot more because you grind these spirit stones down to recharge your Khan's hearts and your Val's hearts, essentially, right? And you need that to grind in PvP on your characters and life skill. So it's an item that is demand, and it's much cheaper than using Val's powder to recharge the stone, right? So what happened is people bought out these life stones, pushed the price up, and there's more demand than supply. So you see what happens. It went from item which is around 700k to 800k up to almost 2 mil now. So that's one example. Now another example is, let's look at Garmoths. Okay, so right now Garmoths is sold out essentially, but if we look at the 3 month, like even before this time, Garmoths were like at around 5 or 6 billion each, or probably lower than that at some price points. And then what happened is, as soon as it got announced that you could put a second Garmoth's heart in your Danny or your awakening weapon, especially awakening weapon, sorry, the price of this item shot up to max price, which is around 9 billion, right? So essentially, if you took into account the marketplace tax, like every Garmoth you bought at around like 5 or 6 bill could have probably profited you like 2 or 3 bill per item, right? But that's a very long-term investment, is what I'm saying. But I know people on EU or like in BDO who've done this and made hundreds of billions worth of silver just from this alone. Another example is, for example, so let's look at the remnants of Rift, right? Now this item, it's min price right now, but during a period of time, this actually shot up to over 100, like around 150, 200 mil each. And the reason for that is because they released the new Black Star gear, right? Because you need this to make the Black Star gear. Now, essentially, so people who bought this item back at when it was 50 mil and sold it at 150 mil, you make around about, almost 100 mil profit per item, essentially. So, yeah. And the last example I want to provide for you guys is, so let's look at the Blackstone market. right? I'll show you guys the Blackstone weapon. Look at Blackstone weapon right now, and look at how many Blackstones are less than min priced. And EU there's even more than this. But Blackstone weapons, even like probably say 4 or 5 months ago, they were like almost max price, like 300k each. And the reason why they're so low right now is because of Hadoom. Hadoom LVR grind spots, they give you so many Blackstones. And so since more people are grinding now and not that many people are live skilling, right? Now you look at the marketplace and see the price of hards and sharps. So for hards example, they're sold out. There's 18,000 pre-orders, and the reason for this is because live skillers that used to live skill and make the money that way, now some of them grind LVR spots to make money. And not only that, there's more demand now because there's more Blackstones on the marketplace, right? And there's less supply due to less people live skilling. So you can see the correlation or the relationship here, right? So another one is look at memory fragment prices, almost 2 million each. And you look at their prices 3 months ago, 1.5 million each. So every time they release this Ricardo box, it will push down the prices of these memory fragments. And also every time they introduce new gear upgrades, new classes and stuff like that, and if they don't release like a memory fragment event, it will drive up the price of these memory fragments. And that works the same with all the enhancing materials apart from Blackstones. And this is the same with Caphras as well. When they release Caphras events, they'll drop down to like, around 2.7, 2.6. Otherwise, they'll be close to max price. So essentially, if you understand how the market works within BDO, and you understand essentially like how the supply and demand chain works, or that rule works, then I can't tell you exactly which one item you'll buy, and you'll always just end up making huge profit off it. You kind of need to look at like, for example, last one, look at Crocodile Stone here, and you should realize that, for example, every time that they release the horse mats, the free horse mats, it will push up the price of Crocodile Origin Stones, right? So it might push it up from min price all the way up to 6 to 7 million each. And so if you understand these kind of relationships, right? And if you got the patience, if you got the time, if you got the capital, you can essentially make billions of silver every week. Without really playing the game, to be honest. And this is how the richest people in the game essentially make their silver. They don't grind, they don't live skill, they don't really enhance. All they do is just, they build up a capital in their warehouse balance, and then they buy and sell items based off the events, patch notes, and content releases that PearlBiz pushes out, right? So hopefully this video is helpful, guys. If you guys have any thoughts or opinions, leave them in the comment section down below. And if you guys enjoyed or learned something useful from the video, please consider subscribing and liking as well. And apart from that, I'll see you guys next time. Peace.